Welcome back to The Legend of Neos Trails to Azure, where we first want to go over what happened in the last exploration. It was a total of 3 separate exploration episodes for me, so yeah, might take a moment. What I will not recap is all the treasure chests we found along the roads. Roads are basically like dungeons in this game, or similar enough, and there's a ton of treasure chests along, and it's not worth it really. No, there are treasure chests along the road. Anyway, let's start with some scenes or cutscenes that I suspect will give us additional DP later along the story quests in Belgrade, Amorica, and Mainz, in that order. Good to see you, Commander Bales. Same to you, Sergeant Major Seeker. I take it your assignment to the SSS is treating you well? It is, I'm learning a lot. So this is the famed commander of the CGF, Miss Sonia Bales, was it? You must be quite a capable woman to be able to keep an organization like the Guardian Force in line. That much is for certain. The SSS is in her debt for all her help she's given us. Long time no see, Commander. Belated congratulations to your promotion. Thank you, Detective. Though now that you mention it, it has been a while since we last met. We haven't had much opportunity to speak, what with the upcoming trade conference. I can only imagine how busy you are. Indeed. I've been inspecting the area around the conference site nearly every day this month. Our goal is to expect the unexpected when the time comes. Can't blame you, especially with all those foreign dignitaries arriving tomorrow. Sorry, barged in on you, Commander. Maybe this wasn't the best time to visit? On the contrary, you're just the people I wanted to see. I have something I need to tell you all. You do? The other day, a certain group stopped by Belgrade Gate. They introduced themselves as the Red Constellation, the most powerful Jaeger corps in Western Zamuria. What? They came here directly? I know you have a history with the Red Constellation, Orlando. That's why I wanted to speak with you about this personally. They say why they were here? No, and according to the guardsmen on duty, they didn't do anything especially suspicious. After arriving, they relaxed in the mess hall for a while. Then they met with a merchant entering from the Empire before leaving the gate together. An Imperial merchant, you say? Maybe it had something to do with Crimson Co. business? Right, the Shell Corporation used to finance the Red Constellation. It's the most likely conclusion, but I didn't think they'd be so blatant as to operate in the open. The CGF exists to protect Crossbow, and yet they waltzed right past our best and brightest without a second thought. We can't prove that they've done anything criminal within state boundaries yet. They may not be trying to act covertly, but there's no direct evidence linking them to the incident at the old mine either. If they weren't a bunch of show-offs, they wouldn't be running a fancy club. Thanks for the intel, Sonia. There's no need to thank me. I think it's safe to say the Red Constellation will require some special attention in our security planning for its trade conference. Be sure to inform the CGF as well, should you happen to learn anything more. Roger that. We'll keep our ears open. Oh, you folks are with the police. What was it, the special support section? Thank you for all your help before. Same here. I remember when you saved those tourists over at the ancient battlefield. Oh yeah, I caused you a bit of trouble with that overdue library work too. Don't worry about it, it's all part of the job. Have there been any other strange incidents around here recently? Not particularly. The village has been pretty peaceful as of late. I should mention though that we've had some unfamiliar faces pass through. Oh yeah, the giant red-headed man in his cohorts. A giant red-headed man? Would you say his hair was the same shade as mine? Now that you mention it, yeah, that looks about right. Aside from a big guy, there was an energetic young girl with the same red hair. Would you happen to have any idea why they were here or what they were doing? Sorry, I wasn't really keeping too close of an eye on them. Did you see anything, Alf? Well, I did see them buying some things from the general store. Cheese, bacon, rye bread and the like, all of it in bulk too. Oh, well, it was over the moon. He made a mountain of mirror off of them. Interesting. So the Red Constellation visited this village. They were stocking up on provisions from the sound of it. Everything they bought has a long shelf life. Jaegers always maintain a sizable food supply. It's a fundamental part of how they operate. Battles could break out any time, so they always need to be prepared for the unexpected. Of course, battle-hardened as them isn't gonna cut corners on this sort of thing. Huh, you learn something new every day. Still, could that really be the only reason they were here? We can't know for sure. For now, let's make a note of what we've learned and move on. Thank you, this was very helpful. Please feel free to contact us if you ever need anything. I can't say I understand what this is all about, but I can tell it's no light work. Stop by when you have time to spare, and I will prepare some of my delicious omelette rice for you. The large Reddit man and his group didn't do anything particularly suspicious when they passed through our village. I did get the sense that everyone with him was a dangerous sort though. Just a hunch from looking at them. These folks bought a whole lot of shelf-stable food from LoH. Maybe they're going mountain climbing? They were an odd bunch, that's for sure. Something about those fellows just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't split hairs about it. After all, we made a decent bit of mirror of them. True, but we can't be too careful. Remember, we still don't know who's responsible for destroying the gate. Hello, Mayor Bixen, Guns, it's good to see you both. If it isn't the SSS. Sorry about that, we were just discussing something. You're referring to the incident at the old deserted mine, yes? Correct. Since when we've had several CGF patrols come through to investigate. We still have no leads on the culprit behind the explosives, nor the reason for the phenomenon occurring inside. For now we close the mine up good with a shiny new lock. At least you don't have to worry about anyone wandering inside anymore. In all honesty, that's not the most pressing concern I have. You see, a strange group of people appeared in mines the other day. They purchased several huge septium crystals that are worth a small fortune. A strange group? They were, how to put it, distinctive, to say the least. The leader was a middle-aged man, remarkably well-built too. Now that I think about it, his hair was the same fiery red as Randy sports. Could it be? The Red Constellation? Did they try anything suspicious other than buying a ton of septium, I mean? Not in particular, but they certainly didn't look like a typical traders. Even so, it's hard not to be suspicious. We never found the culprit behind the incident at the mine, after all. Based on what Randy said earlier, they're probably the ones who set the explosives. Well, we don't have any concrete proof, so let's just hold our tongues for now. But what could a Jaeger Corps hope to accomplish by buying septium crystals? Easily transportable money? They've got connections to who knows how many rotten traders for Crimson & Co. I'd bet they're peddling those huge chunks of septium for some side cash on the black market. That definitely makes sense. Great value, hard to track. Well, at any rate, I've been meaning to give you something. Guns, if you would. Yeah, got it. Here you go. Old mine key. Is this the key to the mine outside? Yep, it's a spare we had lying around. Are you sure that's alright? We are outsiders after all. You had a spare key just lying around for a new lock you just made? Alright. Let's not question that. I know I can trust you SSS folk. Should your investigation take you there for any reason, feel free to enter. We recently replaced the ladder, so it should be easier to move around inside. Thank you. We'll make sure to keep this key safe. You all hold onto that extra key for the old mine just in case. I'd appreciate it if you could go inside and check on things every once in a while. Buying that much septium isn't normal, not even for traders. Just who were these guys? Then we have another two scenes that are, however, not connected to the story, I think. Namely one with Kia and Shizuku, and the other with Arc-en-Ciel. Hi guys! Good morning everyone. Hey there, Kia. Looks like you two are having fun. It's been some time since we last met, Shizuku. Yes, it has. So this girl's the Divine Blade of Wind's daughter. She's just as cute as you said. See, I told you. This voice, you're Noelle, right? You helped me make a present for my father once. Wow, you remember me? Considering it was just for once, I'm flattered. Kia did tell me if the SSS had new members. Are you two the ones she meant? Vazi Hemisphere, the pleasure's all mine. Likewise, it's nice to meet you. Hold on, Shizuku. You gotta introduce yourself too. Oh, yes, you're right. I'm Kia's friend, Shizuku McLean. The special support section has been a great help to my father this past year. I'd like to thank you again for all that you've done for him. I think Arius has been a greater help to us, to be perfectly frank. And that's putting it mildly. That's not true at all. He said it was because of you that they were able to put an end to that incident a while ago. Haha, Shizuku's a good kid, ain't she? Always a thoughtful one. So, did you guys come because you wanted to play too? Sorry, Kia. We only came to say hi to Shizuku, since it's been so long. We've still got work to do, so you two feel free to play your hearts out, okay? You got it! Have a nice day, everyone. Good luck with your work. Oh, it seems we have company. Well, it was my favorite little guy and his friends. I hope we're not interrupting anything. Not at all. We're happy to have you. And I see Wendy has finally returned. Welcome back. I wish you angelic as always. Just knowing what's in your thoughts makes me one happy man. And so does being up close and personal to you and Ilya in those costumes. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen one before, I can never get enough. Go ahead, hotshots, soak it in. I appreciate the continued compliments, though admittedly, it does make me a bit self-conscious. Randy always does have trouble remembering where a lady's eyes are. What are you talking about, Vazi? Randy Olani is all about respecting women. In fact, Okay, that's quite enough out of you for one day. Let's just leave it at that. Sorry about that. We're still in the process of housebreaking him. So, are you guys taking a break from rehearsal right now? Something like that. We're doing a bit of fine-tuning for tomorrow's performance. It's a little nerve-wracking, to be honest. Our audience is going to be unlike any we've had before. Indeed, we can hardly believe how many heads of state will be in attendance. Oh, that's right, the dignitaries are coming here. They did mention that during our debriefing back at headquarters. Only the best for Crossbell's guests of honor, it seems. And what better entertainment could we offer than Arc-en-Ciel? Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. I can see why you'd be anxious about it. Yes, and from what I can tell, the other members of the troop feel the same. Save for Ilya and her nerves of steel, of course. Art, worrying over every little thing won't solve your problems, you know? It doesn't matter who your audience is. I perform my heart out even if our seats were empty. My goodness, I can't fathom you manage this level of dedication, Ilya. As if tomorrow's show wasn't enough, you also divvied headfirst into our upcoming revival production without a trace of fatigue. Revival production? For Golden Sun Silver Moon, correct? It's getting an updated performance? That's been the word on the street. It sounds like there's going to be some striking new additions as well. You better believe it. It was a bit of a challenge to revise what's already a fully completed work, but our goal is to raise the script and staging to a whole new level of perfection. Once the production's original run is closed, we plan on taking a month off to focus on preparing for the revival. I assume that's what you meant when you said things were about to get busy the last time we met. You assume right. A whole month of rehearsal though. You must put a lot of effort into the new changes. Golden Sun Silver Moon is already one of Arc-en-Ciel's best shows ever. Can't even imagine how insane it's gonna be if you're aiming to top it. Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's a challenge I'd gladly take. I'm here to set the stage ablaze, not rest on my laurels. We need to pour our hearts and souls into the place we create to show our wonderful guests the time of their lives. That's what we, the artists of Archon Steel, were born to do. I doubt there's anyone out there who's as passionate about performing as you are, Ilya. I can't wait. You got me sold. And the curtain's not ready to be raised quite yet, but hold on to that enthusiasm. This revival production is going to sweep everyone off their feet, even those who already saw the original. There may even be a surprise star amongst our cast. You can bet it's going to be a shocker. A shocker, huh? Now I'm looking forward to it even more. And next we have two scenes that are maybe not story relevant, but I guess side objective relevant. First, there is us helping with the deciphering of a DG cult's texts. Pardon me everyone, but what's that you have with you? Could it be a data fragment perhaps? You mean this? We've been holding onto it just in case, but we haven't been sure what to do with it since. LoH showed the fragment to Rebecca. I was right, this is a data fragment. Can be used to restore a corrupted memory quartz. It's exactly what the forensics team has been looking for. With this, it should be possible to decipher a portion of a cult's information terminals. Really? So we'd be able to read the parts that Joachim redacted? Yes, though I should mention it's a single fragment will only recover one section at a time. The process should be almost immediately. Would you like me to send it to the forensics team right away? Of course, go right away. Very well, just a moment then. Page 1 of the information terminal, 1 on our order decrypted. Page 3 of the information terminal on our order decrypted. Right, thanks for your help, Rebecca. It looks to me like you've been hard at work filling out your combat notebook. I'd like to record your information in our database. Mind if I see it for a minute? With pleasure. Thank you very much. Here's your notebook back, and please accept this as a compensation for your hard work. 1500 mirror and free U material. And then we have the argument between the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club. Oh, cut the carp! How much longer are you gonna play us for fools before you're satisfied? Well, some kind of fight going on. Oh no, not again. Hey guys, something wrong? Oh, look who's here. You arrived at the perfect time. Get a load of this, Lloyd. This long-faced LoH and his friends scoped out a bunch of fishing holes across the state. Not only that, but they're holding them hostage so they can hawk it all for themselves. Hold them hostage? Yeah, he said that the spots they claimed are off limits to anyone who isn't part of a stupid little club. I ignored them and cast my line anyway, but one of their goons cut it. That's horrible. Is there some reason you can't set aside your differences? It's just fishing, right? Just fishing? I refuse to so much as toss a line alongside this shoddy group of amateurs. Compared to my elite team of anglers, they are simply an unsightly blemish. One intent on lingering at that. What's wrong with being an amateur? You don't have to be a pro to enjoy the sport of it. Listen, you all might have some tournament credentials to your names, but that doesn't give you the right to discredit our members. We got some ace anglers in our ranks too. Do you now? Yeah, sounds right. Sure, I had to hand over my title, but I was still a bona fide master fisher. So, you do have some backbone in you after all. How amusing. Then, if you insist, why not face off against us in a series of Anglers duels? Anglers duels? Have you lost your mind? Excuse me, what's an Angler duel? It's exactly what it sounds like, a battle of the baits. Angler duels are the be-all, end-all of every fisherman out there. That's right, your pride, your honor, everything you have and everything you are goes on the line for these matches. I can't say I ever participated in one, but I have heard about fishermen who lost all of their worldly possessions to an angler's duel. That's just how intense they are. Defeat isn't an option when the stakes are so high. Seriously? Get a grip, you guys, just fishing. So, what are your terms? Let's see. My 4 elite comrades have already joined me in crossbow. If a single one of you manages to defeat every one of us, victory is yours. How does that sound? You're welcome to challenge us as many times as you like, but until you win, you will succumb to our every whim. Of course, those whims will be limited to the piscatorial, mind you. And if we win? I do suppose there is an infinitesimal chance of a miracle beyond your wildest dream could occur. How about this? For each victory over one of my members, we return that respective fishing spot. If you do manage to defeat the 5 of us, we will withdraw from Crossbell and relinquish your office. Furthermore, we will abide by a single request upon your unlikely victory. You will? Are you kidding? Question, why should they believe a word out of your mouth? There's nothing stopping you from going back on your promise if they win. No, it's like Peter says, anglers' duels are the final word when it comes to a fisherman's dignity. These guys may be a school of pompous basses, but I can tell their pride as anglers is unmatched. They'll make good on their promise. We can be confident about that. If you say so. I suppose it's a matter of integrity. You've defied my expectations, Sergeant. You've defied my expectations, Sergeant. I'm impressed you can even comprehend. Well, what course of action will you take? Will you rise to the occasion? Or will you swim away like the little tadpoles you are? Alright, we're in. As you wish. Are you sure about this, Sergeant? We can't beat them, we end up having to do whatever they say forever. Ha! But on the flip side, that means we can challenge them as many times as we want to. Honestly, it sounds like it won't be as hard to pull a win out of this one. Doesn't matter how strong they are, nobody's streak can last forever. Yeah, you might be right. Haha, I can see you've yet to fully grasp what it means to be an angler. Not that it's any concern of mine. I should note, however, that you're only eligible to challenge me once you've defeated the other 4. Furthermore, you must first earn the right to challenge them by fulfilling certain pre-specified conditions. We are too busy to waste our time on anglers who've yet to prove their skill. I hope I make myself clear. Yeah, crystal. Sudden. Very well. Do inquire with our receptionist Salem if you need any further explanations regarding our wager. I'm admittedly curious to see whether you're worthy of tackling the Imperial Fishing Club's Elite 4. There's a lot at stake with these angler duels. Ha, don't worry, this will be a piece of cake. All we need is for one of us to grind that lake lord jerk into ground bait. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be that person, to be honest with you. I'm more concerned about these Elite 4 of this as well. True, we can challenge them as often as we want, so with enough elbow grease we'll surely win eventually. But I get the feeling that it won't be as easy as Coppan thinks. Rumors is that every one of them outstrips even a master fisherman in terms of skill. They're that good? I already knew it would be hard, and now it sounds downright hopeless. We'll see about that. Personally, I'm happy things are finally heating up. Let's head back to our new branch and hold a strategy meeting. Did you say new branch? Oh, I haven't told you yet, have I, Lloyd? The branch manager found us a building along the East Crossbell Highway to use as our new office. Well, it's not much of an office, it's an abandoned old boat rental shed. Sure, it's small, worn down and in shambles, but it's near a stream and so fishing will be easier than ever for us. Sounds comfy, yeah? It's just a place for a group of anglers looking to make a fresh start. You'll see a sign for it on the East Crossbell Highway a fair distance out from Tangwan Gate. Just follow the arrow and head south to get to the boathouse. You're welcome to visit us if you ever find the time, Lloyd. Will do. Now then, we're gonna do something about these angler duels one way or another. But since we're short on members, we'd appreciate if you could help pad our numbers a bit, Lloyd. Of course, I don't want to lose all my favorite fishing rods either. I support you with everything I've got. Ha! Don't get too ahead of yourselves, Lloyd. I'm not about to let you show me up. We'll see you then. May we all fish our hearts out. Yeah, let's do this together. It's nice to see Lloyd get so excited about something, isn't it? I never really understood the draw of fishing, but at least there's a large passionate community to share it with. And connected to that, I want to show off one particular chest I found during the road's exploration, namely in a chest on the side path on the Mines Mountain Road that leads to the Moon Temple we found.
Yes, yes.
We have a bamboo rod, so a new fishing rod. Cool. Use that rod to give the Imperial Fishing Club a taste of their own medicine. They're so snobby and they never allow my Urbonian chest buddies to get a word in edgewise. As for other treasure chests, I found one in Belgard Gate. Sniper barrel. Mama warned me about people like you. You cozy up to a chest, get it to open up, and then leave it all empty inside. And another in Cosper City, actually, that I must have just missed the previous few times, I think. Oh, there's a path down here even. Never noticed! A mute. Why do Puck and Roos hate Zhang Hu's lectures? Because they're long and loud. Besides that, there's also a Sunshine Agnes book from Imelda. I recently dug into a series of novels. It's interesting to be sure, but it doesn't quite match my tastes. This is my chance to dump it off on all of you, so here you go, there is. Sunshine Agnes, Chapter 3. And a little gift from Mr. Hayworth in America. Hello, Mr. Hayworth. Oh, Mr. Hayworth, so you're in America today? The special support section, fancy meeting you here. And yes, I came over to conduct some business negotiations. Another day of honest work, I take it? Indeed, and as luck may have it, my trip here has earned me some favorable deals. Speaking of which, would you all be so kind as to accept this from me? Honey syrup. Yo, can we really have all this? Absolutely, and ended up with some extras in one of my transactions. My family couldn't possibly use it all, so I hope they can be of use to you. In that case, we'll gladly accept them. On the bright side of things, I've been able to make some lucrative deals today. Unfortunately, Chief Tolter and Derek's arguments show no sign of slowing. I'm rather concerned about them both. The relationship as father and son must be incredibly strained. Also, we found 3 new recipes, one in America. Ashley in specialty dish, chef's special omelette rice. There's a recipe written here. I remember this one, because there was one here last game too. One in Crossbar City proper. Why is this door open? But why can I go here? The question. Oh wait, I see it. The cooking recipe on the pillar there. Here. A message from Legion's Foods. Dear customers, allow us to recommend our special bilberry juice to quench your thirst. And one in the new Fisherman's Guild office on East Crossbell Highway. A book entitled Kingdom of Sweets, Volume 2 lies sumptuously upon the crates. Learn the recipe for smooth almond jelly. We found 2 colors for our car. One, once more in America. Car magazine. A magazine entitled Car Freak Volume 2 sits in neutral on the shelf. Learn the orbital car pattern pop paintwork. The other is the one in arc-en-ciel we can finally pick up. Orbital car patricians rests honorably atop a pile of crates. Learned noble paintwork. And the Bracer Guild we got. Oh, by the way, I started playing that Pom Pom Party game the other day. You guys want to have a go at it? We can have ourselves a friendly little match if you're free. Mikkel's Pom Pom Party account info received. And that should be everything for this recap. Well, technically there is still one scene I haven't shown, but that has a reason and we will go over that one next episode. Until then, I'm Ace and don't get lost.